Welcome back to another stream. We got bananas in chat from Rocky Avalon, Boar Loken, and okay, so many bananas. The Salt Tank, Bill Cooper Hicks, Simon B4, Redstone, Stomper Smash Tree, Jay's on Fire, Spare Gris and Golden TNT, Lepa Telopori, Anita, James B, Drew, Ems Cow, Rod Knight UK, The True, P Dunk, Jukebox Jen, Billman again. And the amount of bananas is crazy. They came in like a flood. It was like a wave. All of a sudden, a tidal swarm of bananas swept over the nation. We're going into multiplayer because we're not going on the secret. We're not going on the secret. We're going on Hermitcraft. Don't talk about the secret, peeps. Also, Stomp and Smash, thank you for resubscribing. Is it me or are there like little hearts popping up on the screen around? I didn't add that. And I'm logged in as the wrong account. Oh no, I'm a floating head. What a great... That's derp number 1, peeps. We need a derp counter. We need it on the double because that was, you know, a derp before it even got going. Jeez. I've done that a few times, been logged in with the wrong thing. It totally looked like a second ago there were little hearts and things around the message. And by the way, there's so many noises coming in. I'm going to read them all in a second. Maybe it was me. Maybe I was just imagining things. It's very possible that I was imagining things. That is very possible. So, a lot of my streaming stuff is kind of broken at the moment. That's why I'm slow getting started today. Today might actually end up being a relatively short stream because I have other commitments. The resubscribes are rolling in. Thank you to everyone who's subscribed and resubscribing. On the screen you can see that the numbers and the donations haven't reset from the last one. The program that I'm using now, it just... Oh, I'm an idiot! I know why that doesn't... No. Hang on, no, it should work, I don't know. Or maybe, I don't know. Like, anyway, so the program that I use is called Stream Labels, right? Magic things appear on the screen like Asuma faces and numbers and your name if you hit the follow button. That's done through Streamlabs. They've just updated everything. I have to go and fix it all, and I don't know. Some stuff's broken. I don't even know what to say about it. I'm sure I'll fix it all eventually, but yeah, you got to catch it. So, TommyBoy68W has subscribed to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. Appreciate that support. We're going to roll through everyone's name quickly here. Nozet777 for 2 months in a row. Muser42 has subscribed. Nobby Nuts for 22 months in a row. You're getting very close to that diamond face, ain't you, Nobby? Blade Killer is here for 4 months in a row. Finn in the Void has subscribed. Let's scroll up because there's so many of these messages. Stomp and Smash for 2 months in a row. Horse Lover resubscribing for 4 months in a row. Pywert has subscribed. Welcome aboard, my friend. Simon B4 for 12 months in a row, which is 1 year. Congratulations. Enjoy your goldie face. Jay's on Fire has also subscribed. This is the day of subscribing, peeps. I'm sorry, you've tuned in to watch some Minecraft. You've got to sit through some subscribing first of all. Anita has resubscribed for 9 months in a row, saying, 9 months, love your videos, X be derping. I'll be derping always. They see me derping, they face palming, they don't know what's going on. Nanobot5770 has subscribed. Welcome aboard, thank you for subscribing. Mumble65 for 15 months in a row, saying 15 months, can't wait for 15 more. And Vanilla Reset Hype. Oh yeah, that's right, the Patreon Vanilla server is resetting, and I will be showing you the world, the way it's been set up. It's very interesting. I'm going to show you that at the end of today's stream and all of that. So thank you for the resubscribes. I do believe I'm caught up on stuff and things. When my inventory appears like this, it's because I'm adjusting things on the other screen. Now, I've said this name correctly once, I think. Kunoichi Monster. Oh, I've probably butchered it. Resubscribed for 7 months in a row, saying, say hello, Fabs. Thank you. Well, I just said hello, Fabs. Hello, Fabs. And Unwoven Rainbows here, resubscribing for 11 months in a row, saying so close to a year, but who cares because Patreon server reset hype. Oh yeah, the hype is real. Right, peeps, we're in the storage area because we need to grab ourselves some blocks. Blocks is what we need. We want loads of these right here. Now, we don't want to take too many, but in my experience, I always kind of underestimate. We also want spruce leaves. Oh yes, we do. I've got a project in mind. It requires some particular materials, which would be these things. And then, beyond that, I'm not really sure what else to bring. But Shuggo17 is here resubscribing for 9 months in a row. So 9 months already. Wish the app would let me would tell me when you go live. Hey, you can follow me on Twitter, you can follow me on Facebook, and you can follow me using YouTube. Remember, use the bell, the thing next to the subscribe. Are you subscribed? Are you not subscribed? I don't know, but there's a bell, and clicking that makes things happen. You've probably got no idea what I'm talking about. I don't think I have an idea either. Also, Whiplash5 has subscribed. Thank you for subscribing, man. Appreciate that so much. Yes, I had a thought arose in my mind, but I've forgotten what it was. Whiplash says, my subscription lapsed at some point. Oh, that's unfortunate. Sometimes it catches up a little bit later. Sadness. I know, right? Like, oh, it'd be nice if I could amend that for you somehow, but there's nothing I can do behind the scenes for that kind of stuff. Hang on. Where am I going? Yeah, we're going to this portal. Right, I remember. Halapand Hyenan says, is this vanilla? Yes, this is vanilla Minecraft. And Joa Games NL, thank you for the nice comment, man. Appreciate that. Very nice of you to say. So, something happened. Something happened a while ago, right? We got this this beautiful area over here, built by yours truly with the help of Scar. And I gotta say, like, at this point in the season, with this base being done, I feel really proud of this. It's different for me. It's like breaking out of my own style and trying something different. And this area that we built is gorgeous. But I'm going to take inspiration from a particular part of it. Jinx Honey says, Asuma would have my vote for president. I've said this before. If I were president, it would be horrible. They'll be going, oh, Mr. President, you know, we need to do this, we need to do that. I'd be like, leave me alone, I'm playing Minecraft. Do you know what I mean? It would be terrible. It'd be terrible. But everyone would get to play Minecraft, wouldn't they? I'd make that a thing. Minecraft becomes free for everyone. No, that would be silly. Anyway, I want to take inspiration from this area where Iskal built a gorgeous tree for us. And the bit that I want to take inspiration from is the spruce. Ooh, I think the spruce has brown... Hey, I got silk touch. Yes, it has brown clay underneath it. I want to take inspiration from the spruce, brown clay, glowstone look that we've gone for here. I think that was really good, and I'd like to use that again. Let's catch up on these messages. Tareen has resubscribed for 2 months in a row. Thank you so much. Benji7425 for 6 months in a row, half a year, saying, question, when you finish the intro pleasantries, what is your opinion about the recent CIA hacking leaks? I am quite currently uninformed on that. We'll get to that. G-Stab is here resubscribing for 11 months in a row, saying, I heard you play guitar the other day. Your music is great. You have ever considered using it for time lapses? Yes, and well, I can't use my music as a problem because I don't have the rights to license the stuff that I have made. But you know, you can play on a guitar. You don't have to license that. But I can't really produce guitar good enough. I can't play good enough that I'm happy with yet. So I don't know. It's a thought. Like, maybe there'll be a point one day where I'm like, I'm playing guitar and I can use this in a time lapse. But that time hasn't come yet. Going back to the CIA thing, it just feels like, I don't know, events of that nature just feel like, you feel like you're a punching bag at this point. You just keep hearing these horrible things about these organisations that are spying on you. And oh, it just gives me a headache. So anyway, this part right here. Now, what I want to do is kind of tidy up this area and make it look nice, which means laying down a lot of grass, transforming the area from this kind of wreck that it is at the moment, and building a proper path over in this direction. Like I said, I want to take inspiration from the other place. So what we're going to do is just start by building up around these edges. Okay, and don't want to get this wrong. I do want to get it right, so we need to settle down in a proper area. I think this is going to go. I think Ren is done with his mart thing, but I don't know for sure. So if he joins, we can ask him. Scottish Sniper says, hey X, I downloaded the Hermitcraft Season 4 seed map and loaded it through Hermit Pack. Best of both worlds. It looks weird without everything being there. Yeah, it will look weird, won't it? It's a bit like, oh, where's... I was expecting to see something over there. Look at this guy in his shiny pants. Jeez, get out of here. P. Crazzy says, what about the new Patreon server? We're launching the new Patreon server in this stream so I can show you all what is so very cool about it. I think the place that we're going to not really tamper with too much is this area. It feels like grass should be placed here, like, because Python's just got this sort of lowered down thing going on. And let me introduce you to what you will see in the next episode of Hermitcraft, amongst many other things. Let's chuck these materials into there. Is some organisation, some real organisation. It would have helped if I'd have cleared out a little bit more space in my inventory there. And the noises keep rolling in. Blade Killer is here with a donation saying, Patron Vanilla Reset Hype. Well, thank you for the donation, buddy. Do appreciate that. And yeah, hype indeed, man. It's happening. It's coming. It is coming today, and it's going to be cool. I need to like just move these two over, really. Is the dealio. And put you there. Let's keep unpacking all of this. And then we can get to that other message. Wouldn't it be cool if, like, redstone, like, if you could put a redstone signal into the shulker boxes, they would just open, like, by half a slab? I mean, that would surely be a useful mechanic for changing a block from a block to half a block. I can't think of anything else that would do that other than shifting a block with a piston to a fence. Anyway, I'm gonna have a sip of my mocha. I'm having a coffee today, peeps, because I'm going out after the stream, and I want to be energetic because I had very little sleep last night. Oh, that's delicious. Nick Brand says, will there be Hermitcraft 5 and Hermitcraft 6? Hermitcraft 5 starts a week today, but if someone then mentions it tomorrow, we're going to have to delay it another week. That joke's getting old now, isn't it? I just realised when I said it that time and it just felt like, no, enough's enough. We got to drop that joke. It's silly. Aqua Booster says, coffee, what's this? You know, I don't drink coffee, and I sort of speak out against it a little bit. I think, you know, coffee, it's not part of your natural diet, right? You're just putting in caffeine into your body. That can have, you know, adverse consequences. No, it's not a terrible drug or anything like that, but you can easily get, you know, addicted to caffeine and have it in your life every day. You know, the consequences don't seem very severe. For me, the consequences of consuming lots of caffeine was that I couldn't get going in the day without it. It was all like, oh, I need my caffeine. And then I was like, hang on a minute. Do I need my caffeine? It don't sound right. I think we're going to mix a bit of hardened clay in over here as well. I do have lots of hardened clay to make this work. Ali, there's a creeper here. Ali Watson says, switch the orange to a red shulker box so it's in the correct rainbow. It's not too late to that. I can make changes to this layout, but it'll just be like that for now. That's just the way I'm going to leave it. You know, it can get revised. So one of these is clay. And I also want to use some of this stuff now as well, because we need to do a little bit of drinking that. Zenican says, tea is much better. X, don't go to the dark side, coffee. Hey, like I was saying, I really like coffee. It's great. Perks you up, but I use it when it's required, so to speak. And sometimes I give in to temptation and treat myself to one, but yeah, tea is generally much better. And you may hear this argument from time to time that tea has more caffeine in. And there is truth to this, right? But it is misleading because it has more caffeine, like, in one part of its ingredient. How can I describe this? Like, what? Well, my brain is going dead on me right now. I mean, I know I'm a derp, but geez, I didn't expect my brain to go so quiet then. I thought I could rely on it for some backup. I'm like, yeah, using brain smarts, I know about this thing. Brain, let's tell them how it is, and then, oh, no words being said up there. Okay. So let's say like tea and coffee, right? Tea is like a thing, and coffee is a thing, and tea has more caffeine in it than the coffee does, right? But when you put the total amount of teas, multiple of those things, into your drink, you will end up with less coffee overall compared to when you put coffee in, because coffee has Coffee is, there's more of it, right? Oh, I hope you understood that. I tried my best. Please forgive me. I'll hang my head in shame a little bit here because that was kind of awful, kind of diabolical, to be fair. I mean, made myself sound like a fool, but hopefully some of you understood that. Hopefully understood it. That tea has more caffeine per part, but you put less parts into your drink, substantially so much so that it's like, I don't know, a 1/16th the amount of caffeine that you're consuming in total from one drink to the other. Oh, that is some tasty mocha. Golden TNT 14 is here, resubscribing 4 months in a row, saying Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, what the peck of pickled peppers did Peter Piper pick? I got one word wrong! Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate the challenge. I appreciate the challenge. I got one word wrong right at the end there. I said peckled. I don't know what peckled is, but I don't want to be peckled in my life. Yeah, I think I instinctively know that peckling isn't good. Now, if you're wondering... Oh, I've kind of gone a bit overboard here, actually, with what I'm doing. If you're wondering why I'm doing this, it's because we're going to have a too high... Actually, that's a really good point. I want to keep this bit here exactly the same level, so, well, I should pay more attention, really. This bit here needs to be our too high wall of brown, okay? The wall of brown is what we're building today. And by too high, it's actually... No, it is 2 blocks high. Okay. Let's go over here and dig out all of this then. Well, that was good. Place some blocks, digging them back up again. I mean, it's typical Minecraft, but there you go. Turbrak says it's putting something in salt for Mons. Do not know. Oh, wait, the word that I said. Peckled. is putting salts in it for something or other. Search for Hermitcraft says idiot. I believe it's idiot. Yeah, I'm not calling you an idiot. I'm trying to read your name. I was dreadfully worried that I might have read it wrong for a second. Right. So round here, we want this to be a 2-tall wall. Is the idea. And we kind of want it to not end up being. How can we do this? Like, we want to have some curves on this thing, okay? We want it to be decent looking. I think that means all of this is going to get wrecked. It's going to disappear. I had my last exam today, and now I can enjoy your stream to the max without feeling guilty, says Thom Haig. That's good. Hope your exams went well. Hope you studied for them. Hope you used your brain smarts. Hope you didn't take after me. Jeez. Go to the exam. Oh, I forgot my pen. They go, get out of here, Asuma. You can't do an exam. That's what I'd be like, wouldn't it? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and we're probably a little bit close to that bit over there. Let's actually scale this idea back slightly. So we want to make a nice curve if that wasn't sort of established. There's our 3. Then we'll have our 2. So 3, 2, 1, maybe 1 again. See, now I'm thinking actually... Actually, it could have been a couple more blocks out. Well, trial and error, it always is. But we'll get there in the end. Guys, what's he working on, says Archangel Condor. It's a shame you didn't catch this from the beginning, because I kind of, like, so easily explained everything. We're basically just working on this big area that needs a little bit of love, you know? And that's partially my fault, because I kind of wrecked it up a little bit when I tried to do a project over here, building a path through the area, and then it kind of ended up looking a bit. Okay, so something like that, I reckon is going to end up looking pretty cool. So we can tear out all of this, tear out the clay next to it as well. My daughter, oh wow, Aurora. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but that is a lovely name. The way it looks, Aurora. I'm probably saying it wrong. Her birthday is coming up. Could you say happy birthday to her, please? Jinx Honey, I will say happy birthday to Aurora. I apologise, Aurora, if I'm saying your name wrong. I hope you have a great birthday. And does everyone else want to say happy birthday in chat? I think that would be really nice if we had a wall of happy birthday right now. Wouldn't that be cool? Harak Abi says, so who got birthday today? People are talking about birthdays in chat. It's not my birthday, I'll tell you that. You can put that down on your calendar. Today is not my birthday. Or is it? Am I trying to throw you in the wrong direction? No, it's not my birthday. Okay. We're going to go and level out this stuff around the side here. And there it is, of all happy birthdays. Thank you, everyone. Isn't that nice? And I'm going to have a little bit of a drink. That's delicious. Oh, right. So, Archangel Condor has resubscribed for 2 months in a row saying, hey, I've been watching you since you had less than 100k subs, but I am now getting into subscribing / liking your videos more. Have a great day. Thank you so much, and thank you for being around for so long. 100k was a long time ago, it feels like. I think it was like 2014 was 100k. And I remember my 100k special, I released the equivalent of the world that I recorded tutorials in. It was like a template world where you could run your projects in, which is pretty cool. Now this bit here, looking janky and ugly, and I think what we need to do is replace this stuff right here with some grass. I think some grass in this area would go down good. Go down a tree. Burly Beast says good evening, X, Scar, and the rest of the chat. Is Scar in chat? Hey buddy, how's it going? I'm trying to make the server look nicer at the moment. And I'm gonna do it the Asuma way this time. See, I've been trying to take lessons from Scar. And actually, no, I think a part of this I should take lessons from Scar, because in order to get better at doing particular things, you have to just go for it, right? And you've got to learn by trying. And one of the great ways of trying is imitation. Now, copying, imitation, they sort of sound like bad words. Like, you know, I don't look at what Scar does and you know, try and do what he does in order to say I did this. It's like I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to figure out, you know, the tools which you need in order to make things look pretty in this game. And slowly over time, you build up an arsenal of ideas and things that work. For example, all of the things that I had learnt about building led to that this season, and that was really unexpected. I'm really pleased with that over there. But yeah, the exercise would be to look at what Scar does and then realise, oh look, he's using these 4 or 5 types of blocks and he's throwing them down like this, and then you do the same, and you kind of get the hang of how it's done. But you'll learn some of your own little ideas and things in the process. That's the trick there. Good times with Scar says it looks amazing. Thank you so much, man. It's just flat grass. I mean, geez, I think you're putting it on a bit of a pedestal there. It's just a little bit of grass, but I'll take the compliment. Right, anyway, so we will continue with this. Somewhere here, this is going to then go and turn the other way. I'm not sure how they're going to do that. Musa says, I love your base. Thank you, Musa. I love it too. It's great, isn't it? Earthwedwe says, X got any plans to prank Mumbo? The old pranks. I'm just not much of a prankster, I think. As much as I love pranks, I don't seem to come up with them half enough. Really need to scratch the brain and have a think. Need a bit more time in my day just to not worry about anything and just think about doing a prank, you know? And that would be nice. Because most of my days are just a scramble, it feels like. I've kind of overextended myself a little bit lately with different projects, activities that I'm doing. And so things get stretched a little thin, but that'll change with time. Okay, so we made this nice curve. Now what I want to do is send the curve back the other way. So 1, 2, so it's like 3, 3, then 1, 2, isn't it 1, 1 like that? And then 1, 2. That thing there can stay sealed off. That was my original camp out at the beginning of the season. So then it'd be 1, 2, 3. I think actually what we want to do is go back a block here. X, have you ever been outside the UK, and where, says GQ? I've been to quite a few places in Europe, and I've been to America as well. But yeah, I have been outside of the UK. Travel's good. I don't get to do it half as much as I'd like to, but it's a good thing to go out there and see the world, isn't it? You learn that we're all people, man. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. So then that 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. And then it's going to be 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And then we get our straight wall going over there. That's actually positioned itself really well for what I'm trying to achieve here. So I'm happy with that. And at this point, we need to start working on the phase on the inside. So we're going to go out to the edge here, and we're going to make sure that our brown wall comes down like that. It's probably really important that we come back here at some point and just throw down a few little things in this area as well. Not sure what that'd be, but definitely don't just leave it like this. So all of this is going to be too high to keep mobs out, by the way, just in case you're wondering while I'm digging it like this. And Scalburn has resubscribed for 2 months in a row. Thank you so much for the resubscribe, buddy. Hope you're doing good. Hope all is well. And Make It Rain says, okay, I'm back. Welcome back, buddy. Where did you go? I didn't even know, but welcome back. Twitch Fazza, is there a banana? Thank you for the banana peeps. Or peep, even, individual, one. It reminds me, though, like, bananas in chat. So I had a little chat at the beginning of the stream in the Twitch chat. Like when I go live, like I sat here for about 90 seconds before Twitch decided I was live today. So when I see bananas in chat, that's extremely useful to let me know that it's successful. So in the future, I mean, I'm never going to get this message across to everyone, but let's use bananas in chat for the beginning of a live stream. That way I'm able to go, aha, we are actually live. That's what its intended purpose is. I don't know where that goes. Actually, I know where that goes. That goes to Joe Hills' art delivery thing. Alright, let's keep tearing it up. Keep laying down the brown. That sounds weird. Let's keep laying down the brown, peeps. Don't stop laying it down. Don't forget to flush. Jeez. Okay. We're gonna plop this down. Put some glowstone in. Put spruce above it. It's gonna be all good. It's gonna be all good. Ruby Loves Pugs says 2 blocks high to keep out the Iskals and Wren dogs. Oh yeah, those pesky mobs, those two. Oh, that is some delicious, delicious mocha. Rocky says, it sounds so bad. Rocky says, be right back, gotta go lay down the brown. Do you know what? I think there's a Carl Pilkington quote that says, if you just keep talking, eventually your brain will say something smart. I think if I keep talking, my brain will say something ridiculous. Lay down the brown. Tuxedo Cat says, haha, X with the toilet humour. I mean, toilet humour is a term for both toilet humour and, let's say, crass or lewd humour. I believe I was trying to be neither there. I was poking fun at myself for saying something that might have sounded like one of those things. That was the only plan there. Oh, straight away, man. Straight away. I'm like, yes, this looks good next to that wood there. I kind of like the way it looks against the coarse dirt. That wasn't the plan, but we might leave that in here. I feel like I might leave this thing here. It feels like it's occupying a space where it doesn't even get in the way of anything. So if we leave the mole mark there, things should be good. iDupe is here with a donation saying good luck with the stream. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that, and thank you for the well wishes. I hope the stream goes well too. I could say something stupid again, like laying down the brown. Oh dear. Ponybutt says this stream has gone down the toilet now. Oh, the puns are happening. X, do you still play Imago, says Aqua Booster? I haven't played it in a while. It's the kind of game that I feel like I would like to play from time to time, but I don't really use my iPad for anything but reading lately. I really enjoy reading. I'm so glad that I got back into reading. Like, I've wanted to do that for years. It's so worth the time. I like reading books about the brain and how the brain works. And all the things that go on up there, you know? I find that interesting. I mean, I'm technically... I am reading a book about myself because I am a brain. Like, the brain named itself, you know? I love that quote. Then Liz says, any truth to the rumour of new Hunt the Hermit this weekend? Yes, the new Hunt the Hermit will be played at 7 PM GMT. I'm yet to announce it to my Patreons, which I'm going to do after this stream. So if you are a patron, a Twitch subscriber, or a XVS donator, you're invited to play. And I apologise about the nature in which we have, you know, so short notice, but basically we had agreed to do something else on this date which fell through, and there are people in the group that probably, well, I can say Ren's going on holiday, so I wanted to get something, you know, sorted out for Ren. I don't think there's no reason I can't say that, and that's why we were trying to do something this weekend. And since the other thing fell through, I said, well, we were going to do Hunt the Hermit at some point again, so why don't we do that one now? And that's how these things come about, I guess. Something like that, yeah? Is that okay? And again, I apologise for the nature in which it pops up out of the blue, a couple of days' notice, and then it's there. But that's kind of how things are sometimes when you're a YouTuber. You know, you make commitments, and then you gotta find a way to do them. Not VM says, hi X, today I was waiting to give a presentation to my professor and met someone with an Asuma shirt. Wow, that's amazing. I just want to say to the guy with the X t-shirt, if you're watching, hope your presentation went well. Mine was okay. Dude, that's an awesome story, man. Thanks for sharing that. Do appreciate the donation. Thank you so much for the support. And oh, that's just awesome. I'm really glad that you shared that. That's really cool. I've yet to see someone wearing a Asuma shirt myself. I have one. I have one of my own shirts, believe it or not. I'd feel weird about wearing it. Like if ever you walk up to someone who's wearing an Asuma shirt and they run away, it's probably me. I'm probably like, no, you'll know who I am. Oh, I'm joking. We got a donation here, noise in the ear from Jolkip saying, don't read out loud. Okay, well I'll whisper it then, yeah? Shall I whisper it into the microphone? I'm going to read this one quickly, peeps. That is really cool, man. That is really cool. I appreciate the suggestion. I don't know if I would do that or not, but it's something that I'll think about. That's a really cool idea. Thanks for sharing that, and I'm not going to say what it was because you might find out. You might find out, and you'd never know. But that's cool. It is cool. Manny Pendes says, Asuma wearing an X shirt won't be so visible because no one knows his face. Just don't talk. You're not... You're not spotted, my friend. Okay, so if you go up to someone wearing an Asuma shirt and they just look at you and don't say anything, wouldn't that be highly suspicious? I believe that would be highly suspicious. I don't know where to place these blocks, man. Like, I want this to be done... Like, part of my mind is like, I want it to be neat and organised, and the other part is like, that'll take forever. Just throw down some glowstone every so often. I think we'll go with the every so often approach, you know. It'll be fine in the end. One day I'll only remember placing this glowstone, you know. That's how it goes, so why be bothered about it? Anyway, we're going to get to a point soon where we need to step back and just appreciate what we've done so far. And that time is coming soon. JG says, imagine X talking to X wearing his own t-shirt and he just falls silent to not give his voice away. Yeah. Oh. The Dutch says, what did I miss? Just tuned in. You missed us laying down the brown. That was a classic Asuma moment. Jeez. Can't believe we laid down that brown. Anita says, X should totally wear an X shirt every day. I like to wear metal shirts, but metal shirts are all black. It's hard to find like colourful metal shirts. Right, we got loads of that stuff. We don't need all of that, surely not. I do believe we need some more spruce. Hello, spruce leaves. We need you. We got a job. We need your help. And then glowstone. Believe we need glowstone as well. Golden TNT says you should carry a white board with you and saw your mute and Asuma. Wait, I do not understand that message, buddy. You lost me there. I am exuminated says Spruce. Spruce? That's the one. Spruce. Honeybutt says, do I need to make a colourful metal Asuma shirt now? Oh jeez, that sounds cool. I do like my heavy metal. Whatever you got in mind, Pony, I'm sure it would look great. Right, let's go slap these things down. Right, so I reckon just boom, 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 like that. Yep, looking pretty good. So, what did I say about taking a step back to appreciate what we've done so far? Yeah, see, we've laid down the foundations for a really nice area now. This is like, we're keeping out the mobs from the other side, and eventually all of this ugliness in the middle is gonna go away. It will be no more. And that portal there needs its own proper portal room as well, that's for sure. Game Night says, X, your face was leaked by False. I've heard this so many times. It's just not true. It's just... And how does one's face leak? I mean, that sounds quite unpleasant, doesn't it? Having a face leak, jeez. Jinx says, Calves, did she really do that? No, no, no. False made a joke and people didn't understand that it was a joke. Excuse me. Oh, that's my dinner. Had a lovely salad. In fact, you know, pretty much every stream that I do that isn't in the morning, I've probably had a salad right before, because I like to eat like a cooked meal in the day, and then in the evening I'll have a salad before I stream. Salads are tasty, man. They're tasty, I tell ya. I had mine with some coleslaw today. It was very nice. I've also got some guacamole to try with maybe salad or maybe something else. I'm not sure what I'm going to mix it with yet. Clancy Hot says, you know when you said spruce? Well, that's the extent voice of my math teacher. Wait a minute, are you my math teacher in disguise? I'm not your math teacher in disguise. But what I might be is Asuma disguised as a math teacher. What did you think of that? Spruce. No, it's just a funny way of saying the word. I don't even know where that started. You don't make friends with salad, says 4692. I feel like there's a joke there that I just don't get, or maybe you were making a statement about something that I don't understand. Face leaks equals go to the doctors because you have big fat butt disease. Lewis, big fat butt disease. That doesn't sound very scientific, does it? Harakibi says, X, if your face leaks, you should probably want to see a doctor. It might be bad if the liquid in your brain leaks out. If the liquid in my brain leaked out, I might get a little bit smarter. I don't know. I am a bit of a derp, remember. So, I've just had a great idea. I've had a really nice idea, actually. I like ideas, especially when they're nice. Do you guys like nice ideas? I do. Anyway, let's... I'm being silly. Let's just roll with this idea, you know? Let's not question it too much. Let's see where it goes. Let's go with the flow. This will all make sense in a second, right? So 2, then 3, and then you're into the main bit. So I don't know how this path is going to run through this area, but if we just pay attention to the height, it might be really cool to do what we've done here, and then I'm not sure where it would start. In fact, I think it could start right here. We'll have a lower section that goes across here, and then we can keep the whole thing again. So I reckon that lower section, it needs its too high gap. Is that going to be too low down? I think that's actually going to be too low down. Let's keep the... no, actually, let's not keep that way. Let's go with it like that. So if the height of this thing was here, we're going to dig away all of this. And dig it back to somewhere around there, I think. This will all make sense in a second. Juho Build says, I am now pesco vegetarian. Someone made me think about the planet and all those animals, Winky Day. So I'm glad you gave it a thought, man. That's a great thing to do, to give it some consideration. I don't know what pesco vegetarian is. Like, I don't know what the pesco bit is. But that's cool, man. That's well done. Gel Ivan Mir says, I need to go buy Asuma and buy everyone and have a nice day. You have yourself a nice day too. Thanks for coming by. Mr. Kaboo says, wait a second, if you see someone wearing an extra shirt and not talking, it's not X, it's Scar. Remember that dorky intro? Well, the idea of that intro... Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. The idea of that intro was that I am actually Zloy, and Zloy is Asuma and Scar. I think a lot of people half got the joke. It's kind of hard to tell. Some people got the joke. I mean, that much was obvious. Okay, let's put some of the nice clay there. We're going to put some nice clay in that little bit. In fact, this to me, too much of that ugly clay. Is pesco for fish? Says Mr. Suku. Pescatarian. Yes, it would be short, wouldn't it? Of course. Redstone is epic. Says it should actually be pescatarian. I mean, I went pescatarian for a bit, right? And then, you know, so when it comes to diet choices, it kind of goes against the mainstream to take up like an alternative view on your diet and your choices with diet. And so you have to get information from like documentaries which are kind of obscure, but they interview professionals who have different opinions. Anyway, the professional in this one documentary I watched about diet and stuff was basically saying that the things that you do get in fish are actually kind of available in other foods, and the main thing that people understand or believe is good for them, the reason to consume fish, is oils, which was the same assumption or thing that I had learned, that oils that you get from fish you can't get from elsewhere. And they're saying basically it's not true. It's a case of, like most things in diet, there's more of it there, so people therefore think that's the best source of it, whereas actually you get enough of that stuff from eating all sorts of foods. So they didn't really recommend fish, and then I went, well, I'll give that one a miss then, and I don't eat fish anymore now. Fragrant Badger says, X, have you watched Cowspiracy? Yes, I saw that movie a very long time ago, probably when it came out, and that's what first started to move me in that direction of changing like choices. But when I watched it again recently, it like astonished me how much of that I think actually went over my head, what they were saying about the impact of agricultural farming. So this movie Cowspiracy is basically saying that the extent to which we are farming agriculture, which is the farming of animals for food, is so massive that it's impacting the environment more than cars are. And at first that statement might sound a little bit crazy, but if you do a little bit of basic maths and think about, well, hang on a second, every single, like most of the planet eats meat, so all of these people then have an animal that has to be brought up and fed on land. They need a lot of land. They themselves have to eat food that we could eat to then become fully grown and then be slaughtered for us. So like, it obviously has a bigger footprint than just eating what they eat, plants. To the extent that that movie is accurate, I really don't know, and I don't have the time to go like figure that out. But you know, for the health reasons for just eating plant-based foods is why I decided to just give in and do that. Just give it a try, you know. Dragonstar says, health tips of Asuma, glad I can make it. I mean, I wasn't trying to give tips as such. Like, this is just a choice that I've made. Like, everyone's free to make their own choices. If you like the sound of it or are interested in it, there's movies you can go watch them, make up your own opinion. If you don't want to watch them, it's fine. The one that I watched... Oh, I've done... No, I haven't done this wrong. The one that I watched that really swayed me recently was... I can't remember what it was called. It has a quite simple title to it, but I can't remember what it was called. Anyway, it was just about what foods we eat and what's, you know, good and bad about them and misconceptions in diet. That was the general idea about it. Reflex says, haha, caring about stuff in such a terrible and disgusting world as ours is somewhat ridiculous to me. That's a very Nietzschean, like nihilistic approach to thinking right there. That you look at the negative things in the world and then you believe that there's no worth to the good things. I can't buy into that. I really can't buy into that. Like, I got you know, passion for people's well-beings and what I guess you could call goodness inside of me, and it feels horrible to throw that to the side. Like, even in a losing battle. I can't remember who I was talking to recently. I was talking to someone about that. They were saying, like, you know, that they see things that are happening in the world as a unwinnable battle, and I'm like, well, the point is to be on the right side of that losing battle, right? Like, you don't swap sides when your side's losing and go with the bad guys, right? Like, that's people don't think like that. They don't think I'm gonna jump ship. But that kind of argument that, oh, there's all this bad stuff in the world, so like, why care and why bother? Like, that's kind of like doing that, I think, you know. Mr. Goose says, are you calling yourself better than everyone else? No, not at all. Not trying to say that in the slightest. Everyone's got their own world, their own struggles. Like these are just thoughts. These are just things that you think about, and if you've gotten to thinking about it, then it changes your perspective. If someone hasn't thought about it, like they still have the capacity to be like that in them, right? Like I believe the majority of people are decent. I believe someone who says, oh, you know, like, oh, the world's so horrible and oh, just sod it. I believe that person, because they can identify that the world is horrible, like you've got something good inside of you to see that it is horrible. It just depends what line of thought you have been exposed to in order to conclude. Like you should always take a stance that you can be proven wrong or someone can argue against you, right? You should listen to the arguments of people who don't agree with you because you can learn from them. And so by listening to, like, I spend a lot of time reading and listening to people who give talks about things, and that can just help you understand so much more about yourself when you listen to other people. And so when I say this I have this viewpoint of like, you know, that you just do what's right anyway, even in the face of a losing battle against something that's evil. Like that's not to say you're better than someone. You've just found your way to that way of thinking, right? That's kind of it. Shifu Daxian says, Asuma, we all have the potential to be a force for positive changes. The question is, do we want to? Okay, so my answer is yeah, I want to be a positive force, and whenever I get these little moments to JT says X is so pretentious he listens to post-metal. I don't even know what pretentious is half the time. Like I don't even know what it is. Like just let people talk and listen if you want to. What was because it was a good one. The question is, do we want to? Like there are some, like I was listening to this band, right, and the lead singer has this notorious attitude of I don't care, and he's literally got a song where he just says it over and over again, I don't give an F, to the point where it was comical to me, it was funny. But I thought about it and I'm like, okay, so this is that attitude of like, I don't care about all of that. It's like, it's always someone whose life is probably alright that can say that, you know? Like, I don't think you could go to many like African third world countries where people are starving and find them rolling around, you know, like they're starving, they really want food, life's awful, and they're going, yeah, I just don't give an F, you know what I mean? Like you don't see that. I've never heard of that. If someone could, you know, prove me wrong, that'd be fascinating, but you don't see that, and it's because I think people do care, and it's like, I don't know, to me it seems like the wrong kind of manifestation of like what you want or what you feel has kind of like come about in the wrong direction. I think when people say they don't give an F, I can't help but feel from the discussions that I've had with certain people who have that attitude is that actually it's like they identify that there's so much wrong going on that it's just too much, and it's like I've got to push that away. Whereas the reality is you actually probably, you know, you care, and it's kind of like overloading to see how much there is. But maybe there are some people who really just don't care. I don't know. That's just the way I look at it. Thomas Grillo says, sorry X, I tried to tune in because you're doing Hermitcraft today, but Comcast in the US, in my state, it is at half a megabit. Can't even watch in mobile format, lol. Ah, that's unfortunate, buddy, man. It'll be uploaded to the second channel. Good thing we got that right. You can tune in later if you want to watch. Although some people like to just be here live so you can interact and have a chat, you know, or have a listen. Depends on how you're looking at it. Darth Museum says, reminds me of the John LaJoji song, who I've got a couple of his records, says the F Everything song is a comedy song where he goes on about giving the lowest amount of Fs humanly possible. Yeah, I mean, that's the same song that I heard. By the way, the band I was talking about was called Amur, if some of you know of it. What I really love doing when I listen to that band, because this is a band that's all about like sonic brutality and like being really obnoxiously heavy, is to replace some of the lyrics in their beatdowns of like, there's this one bit where he's like, ruh, 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 and I was just sort of replacing it in my mind with, you ate my slice of cake. And it amused me ever so much because it's like he's incredibly angry, but then when you change the lyrics in your head, it's like he's incredibly angry about you eating a slice of cake. It just turns something that's like obnoxiously angry into something funny for me. I don't know how we started talking about that. X, can you pronounce my name? Says Eliwee123. If I did that correct, please let me know. I would like to know. I feel like these walls are going to need something on them to break them up a little bit and make them say I am a proper wall. A proper wall, if that's such a thing. Right, so we have laid down the foundations now for a second lower part of this garden. We absolutely have to make sure that this isn't just solid brown. Solid brown. Oh no! No one mentioned that I said that. It's unavoidable, these jokes today. To be fair, I am instigating them a little bit. Can you please give an update as to where you are in the server? I am confused to your whereabouts, says Will. Will, I really like that you asked that question, because I believe, as someone who navigates this server, knowing where everything is, and then realising by reading my comments that, like, when you're watching the series, it is really different. It is really different. So to give you some perspective, we are in the Purple District. There is the Purple District portal there. We have Python's base to the right of me. Jeez, man, he's setting me on fire. And there's that there. Got Python's base here. Cleo's Tower of Doom right there. Off in the distance, you'll see some buildings from the White District. We have Biffa's crafting bench and chest. And then we have my base just over here. So you may have seen some episodes from me hanging out in this area. Oh, we got him right there. Sniper X in the house. Yeah, so I recorded a lot of videos inside of that base. The Octavoid is just over there. We got a bridge that leads into the White District, sorry, the Brown District, where we do all of our shopping. And then we got the Logfellas Logwarts, that's the name of it. The Logfellas Logwarts hanging out right here. We got a sniper, another creeper peeps, because he looks like a troublemaker. There we go. There we go. One of my favourite Byro songs, says Mother Ackle. It's one of the most, like, recognisable, isn't it? Tiger Tug 8 has subscribed. Thank you so much for subscribing, buddy. Appreciate that. And Anita TR is here with a donation saying, Happy Friday X, that is all. Thank you so much for the donation. Do appreciate the support as always. It is good. It is a good Friday today, is it not? I do believe it is. So I think what we want to do is pull this over a little bit more. Lots of BAM emotes in chat. What's the BAM? Oh yeah, for the shot. Cool, thank you. Who's on like Impulse and False? Okay, the thing that I'm thinking now is that currently this is quite. What if we change the idea here a little bit rather than? Oh, I think what we're doing now might be even better. I want to take some of this clay back because we can, you know. Nope, that's placing it in the wrong place. I've made a Guardian farm similar to yours. I can send a pic once it's done, says Musa. Sure, man. Always send me your pics of build. It's always nice to see another player's builds. Like if ever you want to share on Twitter like something you built, you can always tweet that to me. I'll check it out. I'll be interested. Okay, so what we could do here is just have another strip at that height. Or better yet, that height there. I think that's actually going to look really cool if we start to break it up like that. We need to prepare this area a bit more though. Like stuff like this is going. It's just leftovers at this point. X, what are you trying to make? Just tuned in and very much confused, says 9 Azure. We are making, I guess, the area. We are making the area between this area and that area just pretty and interesting. I feel like this brown clay though might end up being a little bit overwhelming, so I might come back and revise some ideas here at some point. I think that'll be very likely. We need more brown clay, peeps. We're running out. Can you believe it? There's loads of it over here. It's sort of at the height that I would put the spruce leaves on top of it, so that's the thing. Will says, have you thought about coarse dirt to place underneath the leaves instead of brown clay? We could put anything under there, but brown clay is what I'd done before, so I'm sort of thinking about sticking with it, you know? Right, we got some dyes over here somewhere. Which one is dyes? And we got cocoa beans. One more, there we go. Oh, no. I don't have a crafting bench. I'm guilty of not having a crafting bench right now. And there's no wood in my inventory either. Well, that's... none of that is good. Can I drop off any more of these? No. Laying down that brown, says Imaginamos. It's just not going to go away, that one. JG says the brown is running out. Yeah, everyone's making toilet jokes today. It's not just me. Ems Cow says, hey boss, do you recommend any metal bands with female singers? Oh my goodness me, yeah, absolutely. There are some. I'm just trying to think really, like, because a lot of metal bands have a female singer like on odd tracks. Do you know what? When I listen to music, I don't really think about gender that much. So I thought that I'd be like, aha, but I know if I were to sit down and go through my discography, I could pick out some really cool stuff. To pick out some stuff that probably you might not like, a band called Kitty, who are around in the nu metal era, are absolutely brilliant, and the way she sings is just like, the texture of a growl in metal music, in shouts, people who scream, like, if you like it, the texture of it is brilliant, and she's got a great texture to the way she screams. But they're nu metal, and a lot of people put them down. And like, I really like their original couple of records. I think they're great. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I'm talking about this band and getting distracted. We need more of these things, right? I was looking for a crafting bench. Jeez, how long does it take me to... And I want some of them as well. Scatterbrain at the moment, aren't I? I'm all over the place. What was the other one that popped into mind? Arch Enemy is another one you should check out with Angela Glosso, I believe her name is. That's kind of classic. Good old Arch Enemy. JG in chat says Arch Enemy. Yeah, they were awesome. And another band I like, a death metal band called Abnormality. Have a female singer. She's got a absolutely demonic scream on her. Really good. I was actually listening to that earlier today. It's like every now and then when you need some blood pumping music, you got a record like theirs. Hey X, what time is it for you? It's 11:30 here, says Cohen Canat. It is 7:30 where I am at the moment. Autumn is in chat. Is Autumn in chat? Do we have an Autumn in chat? Can everyone please in chat right now type Autumn in capital letters? Just in case he's not looking, we need to grab his attention. We need to make sure that Autumn is around and available at the moment. Have you heard of the band Muse, says Muser. Yes, I have. Autumn says no. Oh, Autumn's not here. Damn it. Oh, well. Well, that's it, peeps, I guess. There's no Autumn in chat today. Dude, are we ready? Are we ready? The amount of Autumn spam right now is amazing. Thank you for that, peeps, by the way. No need to keep spamming the poor fella. I've unleashed hell upon him. Okay, this is looking reasonable-ish. This is going to need some work. The idea is great, but there's too much brown clay. So we're going to come back, work with the shape, and make all of this better, that's for sure. Okay, then the next... This is just awkward now. Autumn says almost. What did I ask again? Are you around, I think I said. Are we good to go? I can't remember. I should really remember what I asked, because... Now I'm going to say soon I'll be ready to go on there. If you could fire it up and just make it so that I could enter for, like, let's say, 2 minutes before everyone else does. I don't know if that's possible because of the way whitelisting works, but if not, it doesn't matter. I would just like to pop on and show people quickly. I'm slightly worried that we might have like a case of loads and loads of people trying to log in at once, and then the thing being overwhelmed a little bit, but probably not. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. What are you working on, says Rise or Die? We're working on a glorious garden area, which is going to make... Hey, wait a minute. This looks odd, because this comes out, and then when it curves around, it's kind of far away from that bit. I feel like there should be this equal distance of 3 emerging. I think that's a smart decision, actually. We're going to undo everything we just did. Who's Autumn, says Miggins. Autumn is the administrator of my Patreon server, XVS. He's an admin on XVS, and he's someone who's had a hand in a lot of stuff that you don't think about when you watch videos, like if you see people playing Hunt the Hermit, it's like there's other people that help out around the channel and make that stuff possible, and Autumn is one of those people. If you want to say thanks to Autumn, you really should do, because he does a lot. And there's other people too. I shouldn't just give Autumn all the praises. There's other people as well who have helped out ever so much in making things like that happen. Will says, X, you need to get a haste beacon in the house. In his house, I correct you, young man. Jeez. I'm getting your lingo wrong. That's not good. No, I'm joking. I believe if we come out by one block, the transition might look a little nicer as well. So then we kind of want... I need like a junk block here as well. Of course, you are now a junk block. 2... hi, we're sort of lower, aren't we? That makes some kind of sense. 2, 1, 1, then it would be 2 there. Like that. Yep, I think that's going to be better all around. Okay, so... there's a lot of love in chat. Thank you, everyone. Thanks to all that had a helped... thanks to everyone who helped out X once out, says Jacob the viewer. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, there's like I said, there's lots of people who have. I'm appreciating on their behalf. You know, there's a lot of people who have helped out. Eat, says Anita. Okay, I'll eat right now because I'm feeling my legs getting slow. Crazy Coconut Boy says thanks. Atham Chocolate says, hey X, what's your opinion on the prog metal band Dorji? I have not heard of Dorji. The prog metal scene, probably not too... In fact, lately I've noticed I'm just not too clued in on any scenes, really. Well, some. I don't know. I kind of follow too much of the bands I already know and don't catch a lot of new emerging acts anymore, so... if they're one of the ones I should check out, man, like, send them my way. I was watching loads of Animals as Leaders videos the other day. That band are incredible. Incredible, man. The way he plays guitar, just... it's mesmerising, man. You watch one video, you can't stop. Oh man, this music, radical, says Velociraptor. It's some Byrocratic. He released a new teaser for his album, Beats 4, which I hope's going to be good. I feel like his last record really like hit the mark. Like, I listen to music in a weird way. Like I listen to someone like Byro and I'm thinking like this is great as it is, but it feels like it can go a little bit further. I don't know if you guys listen to music that way. Do you ever listen to someone and think, although I like this and it's great, I feel like they can do even better? And that's what I feel about Byrocratic. I listen to his music and I think, this is great, and I also get this feeling like, and it will be better at one point in time. I think what we should do is follow this idea around the bottom as well. In fact, if I had planned this out a little better, it kind of looks odd for that, but hey, having oddities and things not being exactly symmetrical all the time, I think is kind of good. This is a massive stretch of work to well, it's not massive, but it's a lot to undo. So I think if it ain't broke, don't try to fix it. GQ says, I think you should be able to silk touch path block into grass because you can't make paths from dirt. Yeah, I think that would be just a sensible little tweak, wouldn't it? Just a little something that can make things easier. That's a good idea. Let's tell Mojang, everyone. Let's tell them how to play their game. No, I'm only joking. My name is non-butcherable, says Striker Rocker. There you go. I almost said Striker Rocket, so maybe it is butcherable. The next message is Striker Rock Dugger. Cohen Knapp says, hey X, why do you say nether and never and never and never? I had people when I was in school try and teach this one to me. I just can't get it the right way around. Like, well done that you picked up on that. There's 2 ways to pronounce those letters. I just get it wrong every time. And I couldn't really correct it. It's just the way the brain works, right? It's just the way my brain works. Bruce Willis giving us the leaves. Okay, so... we're not actually over by 1, are we? There we go. Starting over by... hang on a minute. Wait a minute, that's 2. Well, we still... that would be over by 1. Okay. Don't know what I'm doing here. I think we're just starting from 2 then. Wait a minute, this is so weird. Like, oh, I know what's happening. Well, anyway, it's given me another cool idea. I don't know how this stuff is going to end up, like, working. Here's what we're going to do. We'll just go with the flow with this stuff, okay? We're going to yank it out like this. And where do we start that curve from then, if it's... Well, actually, there should be like a natural point with that. Aha, okay. Let's say we go with that. I kind of like that. Yeah, I like this a lot, right? You can't really go into this area, but it's there. Then our path that takes you up top could just be through this area. Now, what is False doing? I mean, I don't know. False is going to go in. Okay, what is False doing? Hang on, is she like looking at... No, she's looking over there. What's False doing over here? Like, what's... I'm dubious. Uh-oh. Wait, no, she's definitely hanging out in the middle of the clay. I don't know. I don't know what she's doing. Oh, she's still actually up there. I think she's just checking it out. Wild Key has subscribed. Thank you for subscribing, Wild Key. Matt77 says X, you and some other hermits should get together and do a few PvP fights in some of the builds, like Forces Base, because it is huge, or maybe Logwatch, just a thought. That's a cool idea, man. I'm not really one for doing like random PvP. I feel like PvP in Minecraft doesn't... I don't know, I kind of understand it, but not often does it really feel incredibly fun or anything, you know? I don't know. Like, I feel like the mechanics are so basic that, you know, it doesn't lend itself to a lot, I guess, is what I could say. But it's a cool idea. I might suggest it. Just it being plain vanilla fighting in Minecraft probably a bit lackluster for me. I think what I'm actually going to do with this build is probably run it over this way a little bit and make it conclude somewhere around near Python's base, and then do something different with this space over here. But it's looking good so far. It's looking good, and we need to do some digging around here, get all of this stuff out of the way, ready for us to build stuff in this area. Listen to Autumn, says a Firewolf. X server is ready, says Simon B4. Thank you. I believe people are trying to... Everything is ready, says MCO. Okay, so Autumn, let's give it a few more minutes. I want to play a little bit longer on this server, do a few more things, and then I'll let you know when I'm transitioning over, and we'll go check that out. Let's get rid of this pool of water. Wild Key says, you're welcome, Asuma. Can't wait for that server to be up, mate. Finally able to support you. Keep up the good work, and you've always been a huge inspiration. I'm glad to hear it, man. Appreciate the support, and I hope you enjoy the server. We put something together really cool. Again, Autumn did a load of cool stuff to make it happen. Let me explain the concept of our Season 2 Patreon world to you guys. So what we're doing is we're having a split world on a vanilla world, so it will be able to be played in a snapshot. We'll actually play it on snapshots, you know, try and keep it up to date. And the split world means that there is 25 by 25,000 blocks of vanilla terrain in one area, and in another area there's 25 by 25,000 blocks of biome bundle terrain, which is modified terrain, right? So depending on what style you want to play, you can go to either place. Now, they are separated by 100,000 blocks from one another. So the idea is that you shouldn't really encounter, like, you know, the edge of the world unless you go looking for it, so to speak. Or the edge of that terrain, that area. But there will be a portal that links you from one to the other. So you can, like in the same way that I can go into the Nether, you can use the portal and instantly go to the different terrain type. So we're hoping that creates a really nice kind of seamless feel between the two areas is the deal. Cade says, I've tried both 1.8, 1.9 and 1.8 is 10 times better. If you're talking about Minecraft, I don't understand why people stay on previous versions. I can understand doing that for modded because of all the mods or for the PvP changes, but like, unless I'm missing something, 1.9 wasn't like a big... Or which one was the PvP update? It was 1.8, wasn't it? Ghost Wind says, how long is this stream going to be? It's not going to be the longest stream in the world because I've got commitments to do this evening, but we're going to be streaming for a while longer. It's get those torches down, man, because when I'm out of this area, mobs be spawning, you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I am saying? Yeah, that was pretty good, actually. Loads of it covered. We should also think about, does this thing continue on the other side? Like, are we going to take the brown over in that direction? We probably could, PvP on 1.8 is the best, says I, Adam. It was, I think the spam clicking was better. I don't know, I just have more fond memories of playing PvP games in 1.8 than I ever have in 1.9. And it is preference. I've made this argument before, for you peeps that haven't heard it. Like, this game is spam clicking, okay? So if you want to introduce like a cooldown, it's still the same game. It's still just about clicking. The skill is click. Instead of going like really fast, now you're going 1, 2, 3. I mean, it's the same deal. It's the same deal. I was so disappointed with that. Like, it really is. It took a long time to replace spam clicking with clicking. Like, you know, I thought about it. Like, what would I do if I were in charge? Not saying this is a great idea, and I think if you change it, people are going to object anyway. Like, people always do that with change. Some people will like it, some people won't. But my idea was like, what if just hitting them in a different part of the body made a difference, you know? Like, arms would take less damage than the head would. Something like that just actually adds. Oh, now I'm not just going to click like this. I'm going to think and try and hit the head or whatever, you know? But, we got the spam clicking thing. And you know how I feel about that, right? I think I just made it clear that I'm not really a fan of the 1.9 changes. I think sometimes I try and sound a bit reasonable, and then I just get caught up in the idea that actually, no, I don't like this. No one likes spamming, especially in the stream chat, says Juhio Build. Yep, spam ain't allowed in no stream chat, man. Okay, where's the last one? We'll put one there and there. And we don't have the spruce. We could start farming spruce now. I feel like maybe there's another step for us to do here, but we kind of prepped it for this internal work. Maybe we bring this in a little bit and start curving it the other way. Let's just mess about with that and see where it goes. Yep, get it 1 block higher. So it'd be 2, 1, 2, 3, and then that there would be the wall. Yeah, you see that is quite a big curve, isn't it? And then if you want to curve again, it's going to go all the way out here, which I don't think we want. I'm not sure where this should end, actually. I'm not sure where it should end. But hey, it looks cool, do you think? So what was the issue with the war at the war machine, says Cabane? Oh, I don't know. I used it and it broke, and I was just thinking, oh man, I can't fix this thing again. This song right here, I don't like the sound of that drill that comes in. It doesn't feel like it adds anything. It's quite loud as well. Oh, Sir Classington there reminding me that I got a mocha to drink. Mr. Pickle says, end it there, it seems fine. Well, if I end it here, like, that's not the end of something, is it? It's got to connect onto something else. Or maybe it doesn't. Maybe it just blends into the landscape here a little bit. Another thing that we've got to consider is that we've got a path that brings itself here. So this path, let's throw down some torches in this space. This path is going to veer in the other direction. It's going to go to the left. It's going to probably go up alongside this wall here. So at some point, it wants to go in that direction. And I wonder if we can use that to avoid this curve and do something different there. But I need to build it up a little bit more first. Proverbial Lion says, hey X, what's your favourite farm for gaining XP on the server? The gold farm, man, without a doubt. 156 levels of XP, loads of gold, which makes me diamonds because of the golden carrot shop. Got no complaints, have I? Got no complaints. Hey, we made a little project chest over here. We got more spruce, that's good. That is good. I think what I would like to do though is throw down some dirt and some saplings. So somewhere here I got like a sapling chest. There it is, bam. Dragonstar says, hey X, with or without a cooldown, you can still one-shot kill a creeper with a bow. That's cool. With or without a cooldown? Maybe I didn't understand your question there. That doesn't sound quite as right. I don't know. I just don't know, man. Leah Lair says, lol, waits for the Leah spam. Love you guys. Leah spam time. It's time to chat. It's time to spam the Leah in chat. Today has been a a stream of spams. There's been several spammings of names today, and that's all right, isn't it? I think it's quite all right. This bit here looks slightly funky. Probably could do some bone meal next. Probably could do some bone meal. And bone meal's all the way down the end here. There's that Leah spam in chat. You asked for it, Leah, you get it. Oh, do you know what I need? I need some shears. I need shears, my dears. There should be some shears in that chest, I think. Let's make this change. Where do we get iron from? This one. And then I have to waste a whole iron block, is the deal. Bam, let's make that many of them. Okay, that'll actually do pretty well. Oh, threw those in the ground. Cubic Redstone says, X, maybe you should bring the path around the back of your building, then have this thing connect to the one side and make a lush garden. Not quite. I couldn't really visualize your suggestion, but you did make me think I could also have it like go underneath this, like underground, and then pop back out again. But I'm not going to do that. There we go. We got a... Oh, I've missed a few things in my ear. Sir Classington has resubscribed 5 months in a row, saying, oh, 5 months, thanks for the tea chat. Thank you, buddy. I'm going to drink some more of this mocha. It's cold, it's old, but it's alright. We got Johnny DL in chat, who has subscribed. Thanks for subscribing, buddy. I know it's probably a resubscribe. And Captain Ark is here with a donation saying, new server hype. Thanks, buddy, and keep up with the excellent work. And also huge thanks to all the server mods and admins. Yes, as I said earlier, those guys have been incredibly helpful in setting things up for us. Getting the ball rolling. Peeps, I think I'm going to end it here because I'm trying to think of what to do next. But I feel like we've gotten off to a great start with this project. I just need to give it some thought now. Let it sink in. Decide what I want to do with that path. And then the episode after next Hermitcraft will probably focus around this project, which we've just gotten off to a terrific start. So, the next part of this stream is promoting the Patreon server. So, we're going to go over there. The Patreon server is online. Only the mods are online. I don't know how Autumn does it, but he's made it so that I can log on. Right, so when you come onto the Patreon server, you see Amskaru. Hi. And you also see Wolfie over here as well. Hello. So here's the deal, right? Like we have spawn in the void. There is nothing around here, okay? And that means that spawn isn't going to be intensive on the server. So like you can see the command blocks down there that do things like stop Enderman griefing and track scores. We've got a score in the thing there, which is the death score. And it means that the server, we hope, will run a little better because the spawn chunks are just a void. Also means making a passive mob farm on the server can be nice and easy. And anyway, this is the deal, right? So vanilla terrain and biome bundle terrain. So when you die, you spawn here. And we've also been talking about turning this area into a build of some sort, like a creative build, because it's spawn protective. No one can mine any of the blocks here or do anything to it. But anyway, you walk into the portal and it takes you over to the vanilla area. Okay, and this is the vanilla area. Right, so we got that little platform spawning on. And what will happen here, by the way, is I'm sure the peeps will come on, like dig all of the area around here and turn it into a building and make it look really cool. This one, though, doesn't go back to spawn. You can't get back to spawn again. It only goes to the biome bundle area. Okay, so here's the biome bundle area, looking different. And then if I walk into that portal, we go back to the vanilla one. So that's the way that it works. I'm going to go into game mode free here. So biome bundle terrain, check this out. It's better than vanilla in some respects. It's different, but I think after you played vanilla for a long time, terrain like this is really appealing. There are loads of really cool things to see. The way that the biomes like mix one into the other is really cool. And I'm just going to fly around here for a little bit and I'll answer some questions. Let the gates open. That is a message for Autumn to let people onto the server. In fact, why not just say let people... Nope, the server's been closed, peeps. I don't know what I've done. I've logged on. I've broken it, haven't I? Jeez, I've done a derp. Let's log back in. I don't know why that happened, actually. Maybe they would... Autumn, if you're watching... it's to let everyone else on. There you go. Now all the peeps are joining the server, taking their first steps in... I feel like we should watch these first steps, though, you know. So here's everyone coming into the server. Looks like the biome bundle's popular. People are heading... Oh, no, some people want their vanilla action. What are people going to choose? Biome bundle or vanilla? The cool thing is, though, you can play in both areas, and they both got different things to... That is... What? How has that happened for them? Wait a minute. Hang on, let's... Oh my god, how... Why did that stop working? Oh my goodness. Okay, well I can fix this sort of. Let's contain the damage by doing that. Oh my goodness me. Why would that stop working? Hang on. There's a cooldown, says Leah Leia. Ah, it's a cooldown. Okay. Well, that's interesting. So if there's a cooldown, basically what I'm going to do is increase the size of these so that there'll be 9 of them in the middle, and then that way you can walk in and hit one of the others. Oh, that's interesting. So it does work, right? But you go through it, you fall through it. Well, you live and you learn, right? Bugman says bugs. I know you're looking for bugs, Bugman, but it wasn't a bug. But it's something that we'll deal with. We'll just make those. Basically, we'll make it so instead of 1 of them, there'll be 9. So if you walk into one, you know, you're effectively standing in a few of them. I believe Jimmy. Is that Jimmy? Yeah, Jimmy's chopping down his first tree. And I want to show you guys the biome bundle train again. There's actually a video on my channel about that if you really want to see it. This biome right here looks absolutely incredible when you have the mod on, because it changes the sky to white and the grass goes grey. But even in vanilla, doesn't it look great? Like, this is one of the things I had a few comments about, was though, but if it's not modded, like, it won't look the same. It doesn't look the same, but it still looks really cool. I mean, that is an amazing biome right there. The stuff you can do with this, so cool. Herrick Abbey says, X, you should have some barrier blocks instead of bedrock under the pools. I just use something quickly, you know, to fix the problem. I'll come back and change it later on. Alright then, loads of people on. The death counter is currently the score up there. We're tracking all sorts of statistics and other things, so there'll be some fun to do on the server. This is gorgeous, this area right here. I imagine this will become populated quickly. Oh man, I've not seen one of these before. That's awesome. Little village in the spooky biome. Dude, this is epic, man. It looks amazing, X, says Batty Bat. It does, doesn't it? It looks great. I think it looks terrific. Anyway, questions. Any you got? Sir Classington says, find the pumpkins, X. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I was really hoping I'd stumble into them. This looks a bit more like a regular savannah. Here's a building in the middle of it. Occasionally you'll find like a building on a tree or something silly. Bugman CX says, achievement madness. Yes, it is. It is right now, that's for sure. Congratulations to someone for the first death, says Aqua Booster. Vinyl Fox and Axe04. I don't know who did it, but they would have first death. Leah's and my deaths are from testing things, so that's why we have deaths, I guess. It's looking cool, man. This area is looking really cool. And hopefully we'll find some pumpkins, but it don't look likely. At this point, I'm thinking, oh, I wonder if anyone's built anything yet, but it's like, no. Someone might have built like a hut out of dirt, but that's about it. Takes a while for those first few buildings to pop up. Jordan says, I got a question, X. If a polar bear and penguin were to play a game of dominoes, who would win and why? I think the penguin would win. I don't know why. It's just, I like penguins and my instinct is penguin. The Dutch MC says, X, how did you install Biome Bundle? I can't get it to work. I couldn't. I don't think I could explain in detail over a stream the steps that you take to use it, but I can tell you that what Autumn did was create a vanilla world, then put it on a Biome Bundle server in which it would pre-generate all the terrain. I'm loading chunks, so we're not generating the terrain live. And then what he did is switched it back to vanilla, and then generated the vanilla terrain, and then switched it to a void world, so outside of these areas there's just nothing. There's like no blocks to place. X, you should turn the information screen in case you fly past a place people want to settle on so they can see the coordinates. I'm going to let people explore. Oh my goodness me. I'm going to let people explore and find everything. It kind of looked cool for a second, the way the village was in the ice spikes. But I think people should just go exploring, man. I don't think you should see what I'm showing right now and want to settle there. Like, go see how much stuff there is to see, because there are so many different biomes and it's really cool. And the server is doing really well actually, and flying around, no problem loading chunks, lots of people playing. It's pretty cool. Zach Random says, do you have an open server? Yes, this is my Patreon server, so it's not open. If you go to play.asumavoid.com, you can play on an open server with a plot world and mini games. That is the open free-to-play server that we have. Yeah, look at this. This is gorgeous right here. I think I'm going to head back to the central area now and see if anything is going on. So Garth's over here by himself in the vanilla area. This isn't too far from spawn. I recognise it. In fact, it kind of looks like Garth's the only one over here. There's someone else over here as well. Hawk's over here. I see someone in the trees. I see someone over there. Let's go to the Biome Bundle area. I bet we'll see loads of peeps over there. So how do you get an Elytra on this server, says Aquabooster? You can kill the Ender Dragon for an Elytra. Oh, I wonder what happened to those people back at spawn. Like, there were people caught on the platform down below and I forgot about them, really. Is the honest truth. Like, I fixed the problem, but I didn't help them back up, did I? Oh, this is cool. I like it. Anyway, for those of you who are patrons playing on the server, you're probably listening to this stream as well. I encourage now to build a nice communal area around these portals. That's why I picked this flat hilltop area, and I will also come back at some point and make these bigger, so they will be like, I could do that now, couldn't I? In fact, I will do that now, so people know where to build. So I'm gonna go make those things bigger later on, basically. In fact, that one now looks weird because it doesn't need to be bigger, but whatever. Dutch says, X, will you have Biome Bundle survival for the open server? The open server has no survival, it's just plot world building creative mode. We'll probably not do a public survival server because it would be a bit... like, something like that needs so much moderation to work, it's just a bit of a nightmare, you know? Okay, so we fixed some problems on here. But peeps, that's going to be it from me. This live stream, Team Piggy won his best channel. Jeez, I mean... you're going to get yourself in trouble spamming in this chat. Anyway, peeps, that's going to be it from me this stream. I hope you've enjoyed it. We got off to a good start on that little project on Hermitcraft. The Patreon server is now up. If you're interested in being a patron, the link is on the screen. And we're going to do a raid. I do want to say, though, a massive thank you to everyone who subscribed, resubscribed, donated, and shared this stream. Appreciate you all. Appreciate everyone coming by, hanging out in chat. And we're going to do a raid. I don't know why I added the Since False is playing on the same server right now, I'm going to send you over to her. If you want more Hermitcraft action, and by same server I mean Hermitcraft, the one we were playing on earlier, then you can get some more of your Hermitcraft fix from False. But that's going to be it from me, so thanks for watching, peeps. I'll see you soon. And bye-bye.